Wake up, wake up. It's the Flow Show, no filter. And it's another crazy one for you. But before we get into that, y'all know the drill. The thoughts, views, and opinions shared in the Flow Show, no filter are for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional. I am just good. Happy Thursday. Thirsty Thursdays. Drink your water. Got mine with me like I do every Thursday. Shout out to everybody in the building. Got some crazy Diddy news that we got to go over. Some of y'all going to be upset. And some of y'all going to be confused. And some of y'all going to say, this is Diddy up to his old tricks again. But we're going to get into the whole thing. It's a lot of going on, a lot of rumors swirling. A lot of people are worried now about the trial and the outcome. What's up, morning crew? Not dreaming in the building. Melody, Kobe. It's a lot going on in the Diddy trial, and then of course Kanye West came back into the building. Also, he has entered the chat, so we're gonna talk about that too. Feeling great this morning. Had issue yesterday. Power was out. The power went out on the in Puerto Rico. Hey, Monique, power went out in Puerto Rico yesterday. So we didn't have power out here on the island. I think it went out at about maybe like 1 in the afternoon. I can't remember. I know it was kind of early. And it was out all day and all night. I actually was scared that I was going to have to push this show back. Which y'all know I don't like to do. Y'all know I like to come here every morning like clockwork. But it popped back on out of nowhere at like 4 or 5 in the morning. Power came back on the island, and y'all, I thought I woke up in heaven because it was pitch black. You know, I'm asleep. You know, when you sleep, you don't really realize what's going on. I'm asleep. I forgot about the power and everything. I'm getting some good sleep for a change. Next thing I know, it's bright. And I'm like, I woke up like, what the heck is going on? I didn't even realize. I said, oh, the power is back on. So then when the power came back on, I went to the power came back on. I was like, oh shoot, we could do the show now. So I looked up and it was like 4 or 5 or whatever. I said, okay, I got time to prep, because I couldn't surf the web or anything because you need Wi-Fi on the island. And without Wi-Fi, I couldn't search, I couldn't research, I couldn't look up articles, I couldn't do any of that. So I was able to do it. I took care of it, y'all, and we here. But it feels good, but it's not feeling so good for Diddy. It feel like one of those days when you get to when I don't know, ladies can feel me, when you got a job and you at your job, and every time you show up to your job, you got different guys and different people making comments that you just don't like, but you just look past it for the overall, just to keep stuff drama free. And you don't want to make a big deal out of it. You get to work and then you walk past the one guy and he gonna say something out the way, some type of flirting that you don't want to be a part of. And you're gonna walk past the next station at your job. Now the other guy gonna say something flirty that you don't want to hear, but you let it go, you smile and keep going, right? Until one day you on your way to work, you come to work and you already dreading seeing all this unwanted flirty attention that you really don't like, but you put up with it. And then you get to work the next day, you don't see him. You're like, wow, could have a free day without hearing unwanted comments and unwanted, flirty pushing up on me. Then you find out he got fired. Or all the guys got fired. You good now. Now he's like, oh, I can actually work in peace now. I feel like that now. So I'm feeling great. We're gonna get into this Diddy news. Shout out to everybody out there in the building. Flow Show No Filter every Monday through Friday, 7:30 sharp. Sharp as that sharpest knife in your drawer. Great day, everybody. So, y'all, the rumors are swirling, and Diddy has changed the tide on this case, y'all. And we got to talk about it. And it's going to be a lot of people, like I said, going to be upset, but we got to talk about this. I told y'all, I was saying Diddy's defense team was doing a terrible job for a long time. But then all of a sudden, here comes Mark Geragos to save the used car salesman. I told y'all that. And Geragos came on the team with Diddy, last week? And he is already making a tremendous impact. And we can't take this lightly. I'm telling everybody who was thinking that this case was just a slam dunk and an easy win for the prosecution, I was right with y'all. I'm not excluding myself. We all, with the way the defense was carrying on, I thought the prosecution could just show up and Diddy was going to get life just because the defense team was so terrible. Well, guys, Diddy got a real defense now, a real defense team. And they are pulling out all the stops. Now they are asking for a 2-month delay. 2-month delay, not the 2-week delay that we were talking about previously. We are talking about a 2-month delay. Now, why does he want this 2-month delay? And where did this 2-month delay come from? So before we get into any articles, I'm going to give you some of the rumors that's being passed around and kind of give you a little context of what's going on. Now, if you remember, Anthony Rico, the previous attorney, the black man, and I'm telling you a black man because Diddy has a race thing going on that he's bringing into the fold, or he's already brought race into the fold, but it applies here. If you remember, we talked about this. Anthony Rico had a certain reason why he quit. And a lot of people speculated that he quit on Diddy because there was some devilish stuff coming out, nasty accusations, this and that. It was a lot. Well, Anthony Rico, maybe he didn't want to say, any of the crazy reasons, but he basically said once they got the superseding indictment and all this extra evidence, he said, look, we are not going to be ready for the trial. We're just not. We need at least a few months. Diddy wasn't trying to hear it, and that's where their disconnect came. It had got so ugly. It got to the point that Diddy could not, would not even let Anthony Rico talk to him directly. I'm telling you, it got that crazy. And so what happened was Diddy, he walked away, but I think it definitely seems like it was mutual terms. It seemed like Diddy was done with Anthony Rico. He didn't want to delay it no months. Diddy wants to get out of jail as fast as possible. Diddy wants to get out of jail as fast as possible, so he didn't want to go months. But now that Geragos is on the team, they're asking for months. What does that tell you? See, Diddy knew that. He started realizing that defense team was terrible. He started realizing that they wasn't going to get it done, so he didn't trust them as adding on no extra time, or he didn't trust their guidance. But now he is trusting Geragos. Geragos probably told him himself, we need more time. And they might not grant them 2 months. They might grant him a month. They might grant him 2 months. Who knows? But Garagos knows they need time with this superseding indictment. Another rumor swirling is that one of the sons are involved. They have been named as co-conspirators. One of Diddy's sons has been named as a co-conspirator. This is a rumor, but it's a lot of people saying it. They're saying that's where this extra time came from. Another thing, Diddy hired Brian Steele. Diddy is looking for one or more black female attorneys so his legal defense looks diversified. A lot of reasons to ask for extra time, and we're gonna break all of them down. And we're gonna go into, I'm gonna tell you who I think, which son has been named as a co-conspirator, and I have an article to back up my claims. Serious tone, y'all, because this is serious. Like I said, this is now a trial that, even though most still feel like Diddy will probably be found guilty just because of the evidence we know, it just seems like an enormous amount of evidence. But do not go into this trial thinking that this is a slam dunk anymore. Mark Garagos is a smooth operator. And y'all know, I was dogging Diddy's defense team before Mark Garagos came on. I called him used car salesman. I said Diddy gonna get 100 million years, so on and so forth. Well, that changed. And now they operating. They brought on Brian Steele. They're making a motion not for a 2-week adjournment as we previously were told. Now they want 2 months. Now they want 2 months. We got to talk about it. So let's get into the first article where they're talking about the 2 months. Let's see, 2 months addition. Then we're gonna get into the which child or which son is being named as a possible co-conspirator in the superseding indictment, and all of this ties in and what it has to do with Kanye West. Good morning, Sandra. Okay, so here we go. I got this article from USA Today, if you want to check it out, entitled Sean Diddy Combs asked to delay sex trafficking trial by 2 months. 2 months, y'all. As his trial on federal sex crime charge as it looms, Sean Diddy Combs is requesting a postponement of legal proceeding. In a motion filed Wednesday in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York, attorneys for the embattled hip-hop mogul asked the judge to delay the trial 2 months after its scheduled May 5th start date, according to court documents obtained by USA Today. The Grammy Award-winning rapper, who was arrested in September 2024 and charged with racketeering, conspiracy, sex trafficking, and more, now faces a total of 5 counts in his federal grand jury indictment. Now, the superseding indictment filed April 3rd, the third revised indictment following an amended indictment in January and superseding indictment in March, charged him with 2 additional counts: 1 charge of sex trafficking and 1 transportation to engage in prostitution. Combs' lawyers, who were previously considering a 2-week delay, said in the filing that 2-month delay will allow Combs the necessary time to prepare his defense, in particular for the third superseding indictment, as well as resolve an issue with evidence regarding an additional accuser. Now, the evidence that they're talking about, the evidence that they're talking about, definitely, I'm all thrown off because of the power, Kobe. Power just snapped on and I had to just get to it, so I'm all thrown off. But The additional evidence regarding it, they're talking about those 200,000 emails or the documents that they need to look into. Yeah, and we all know that's not what it's about. It's about they want more prep time. For one, Mark Garagos just came on the team. They want to give him time. Brian Steele just came on Diddy's legal defense team. They want to give him time. And they also want to find a black female attorney. And not only that, they need to prepare, if the rumor is correct as far as this superseding indictment that's naming one of Diddy's sons as co-conspirator, they need more time to defend him. So just to clear things up, that additional accuser, that's just the gamesmanship that they are playing. Let's continue. The rapper's legal team claims there's substantially new conduct alleged in the new indictment, which Combs' attorneys say prosecutors had evidence of before the indictment was issued. Additionally, the defense argues that the U.S. government is still producing evidence for the fourth count in Combs' indictment. This carries a minimum of 15 years in jail. And I quote, under these circumstances, we cannot in good conscience go to trial on the scheduled date. Combs' attorney said in a filing, this is the problem that the government has created, yet it opposes our reasonable requests. Wow. A spokesperson for the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Southern District of New York declined to comment, and that's where it leaves us. Now, the amendment indictment accuses Combs of victimizing now 3 unnamed women. Just to remind y'all, it's not just Cassie, 2 other women. The second superseding indictment leveled an additional allegation that a rap mogul subjected his employees to be forced to forced labor under inhumane circumstances. After the third superseding indictment was issued, Combs' team told USA Today, these are not new allegations or new accusers. These are the same individuals, former long-term girlfriends who were involved in consensual relationships. That was their private sex life defined by consent, not coercion. And Combs went on to plead not guilty. Now, they asked for a speedy trial. They got it. Now they're trying to push it back. But I'm telling you, this is Mark Garagos. The guy's a beast. And he's going to be pulling out all the moves. So now we're thinking about it. I saw somebody in the comments say Diddy Jr. And that's a perfect segue to where we're going with this. And one of the major reasons that people are saying they're pushing it back is because of this right here. The rumor that it's one of his sons. And I'm going to say right here, right now, that I agree with y'all. I believe it's King. Good morning, Anitra. I believe it's King. And so I researched an article that says Sean Diddy Combs' son accused of sexual assault in lawsuit that names music mogul as defendant. This is from NBC News. Now, if we remember, a lot of what's going on in these indictments started out in these civil lawsuits. See, these civil lawsuits made the Fed's job a little bit easier because they could take these civil lawsuits, work off of it, and see if there's anything criminal. I mean, most of the times there are, because that's why they're suing. Something took place that wasn't right. And so we dig into this article, and a woman alleged she was attacked while working on a yacht in late 2022. And this involved the Diddler, and Little Diddler. Mohawk and Little Mohawk. Okay, this allegation is the latest allegation in the Combs fiasco. In the suit filed Thursday in Los Angeles County Superior Court, Grace alleges that Christian Combs, age 26, sexually assaulted her in late December 2022. This assault took place while she was working on a boat charter that had been sold as a wholesome family excursion, but turned into a hedonistic environment. Ladies and gentlemen, Diddy Jr., Little Mohawk, whatever you want to call him, allegedly did some strange things. Very pushy to this young lady who thought she was coming on the yacht to work and serve a family environment, family reunion, good vibes, good drinks, good food. But it was just another version of a freak off party. The only difference was allegedly this freak off party was on a boat, wasn't at a house. The alleged assault happened just days before Sean Combs hosted a New Year's Eve yacht party with a long list of celebrity guests. Diddy Jr. might be in hot water, y'all. Word on the streets is that he has been named as a co-conspirator. We could be looking at Diddy and his son involved in this case together. We could be seeing that in real time. Word is Diddy is scrambling to find more attorneys for his son. This is ugly, man. I really hope this isn't true, because to pass down, you're supposed to pass down legacy. You're supposed to pass down, if you can do it, pass down money, pass down knowledge. It's a lot of things you want to pass down to your child. But you know what you don't want to pass down to your child? Criminal charges, baby oil, spiked drinks, all of that. You don't want to pass that down to your child. It's getting serious. Now we're talking about children in the mix. Christian Combs, that's Diddy's son, is accused of sexual assault, sexual harassment, and infliction of emotional distress in the lawsuit. Sean Combs is being sued for premises liability as the person who chartered the yacht and for aiding and abetting his son in the alleged assault. Sure did. I spoke on this. Shout out to King Fit. I definitely spoke on this. And it's coming back. Aiding and abetting your son on an alleged assault. Ladies and gentlemen, if Diddy Jr. is listed as a co-conspirator, Diddy's name that was low just went lower, and you can't take nothing away from the son. He's held accountable too. But it's obvious that this lifestyle was passed down to his son from the Diddler, because we see what Diddy is engaging in. Now, a lawyer for the father and son called Thursday's suit lewd and meritless, and said it was filled with the same kind of manufactured lies and irrelevant facts we've come to expect. The lawyer, Aaron Dyer, said his legal team plans on filing a motion. The attorney who filed this says, like father, like son. Blackburn said in Thursday night after this suit was filed. It gives us no joy or pleasure in filing this suit against Christian Combs, who has clearly adopted his father's pattern and practice of depravity. This was in the yacht. In her suit, now we're about to get into the details. In her suit, this young lady alleges that Christian Combs drugged and sexually assaulted her. She included transportations, the yacht. She was transported on the yacht. She included also transcriptions of audio clips that she states are evidence of her denying his advance as he gropes her. As I read this, let me know in the chat, does this sound familiar? The suit states that the clips were recorded by a producer in the studio. What producer in the studio on the yacht said Diddy and other celebrities did them wrong and also is suing? They have video of this assault. And it says it was recorded by a producer in the studio. I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say Little Rod. If you remember, Little Rod was on this yacht in the studio when he said, what's his name? Mr. Jerry Maguire, Cuba Gooding Jr. was playing with him. Cuba Gooding Jr. was playing with him. And I don't mean playing with him in a good way. I'm talking about the Diddy way. Now we have a young lady who says she has video evidence, audio evidence that Diddy Jr. was making advances that she didn't want and proceeded to grab her where she didn't want to be grabbed. This young lady is 25 years old, y'all. Working, trying to make ends meet. On the yacht, serving drinks, serving food. Thinking she signed up for a family gathering. Wow. This 25-year-old worked as a steward, providing dinner and drink service on the yacht from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. and witnessed partying and drug use between a constant rotation of suspected sex workers and celebrities. Oh, this suit is going to be it's going to play a major role in this case. Mark my words. A lot went on this yacht this particular night, and they got receipts. And it was celebrities on there. Feds weren't going to know. They're going to ask the celebrities, what did y'all see? What did y'all see? If you don't want to tell me what you saw, then come sit your ass next to Diddy in MDC. Oh, and then they're going to start talking. Then they're going to know what they saw. Cuba Gooding Jr., you can't keep your hands to yourself. You feeling on Little Rod. What else did you see that night? Ashton Kutcher, quit smiling. Ain't nothing funny. What did you see? Oh, you don't want to talk? Come sit next to Diddy. Oh, now you want to talk. I'm letting y'all know how it's going to go. This particular night is going to bring the cards down. Why? Because there are receipts. A lot of our other allegations, we don't have receipts. So it's more he say, she say, and this word against that word. And we got to let that play out and see who the jury believes. But in this particular instance, there are receipts of nasty stuff. She also alleges in the complaint that she suspected bottles of alcohol were laced with drugs because women began to fall over themselves. panic, or pass out after just one drink. Let one of my family members been in there. You got me. I wouldn't be. I wouldn't. I can't even say what I would do because I don't want to get in trouble. But y'all know your daughter or your sister thinks she going on a job where it's a family environment and she's exposed to this and gets assaulted. If this is true, all hell would have broke loose. I think everybody in the chat agrees. Let's continue. This is just an unbelievable situation, y'all. Unbelievable. This poor woman, if true, had to be subjected to. And y'all know we heard about the bottles. I played you one of my future guests, Mark Curry, who we all thought was either a comedian, but that was one of Diddy's rappers. I don't want to play the clip again, but it went something like, we all used to go out. He told the story about when Diddy and the team would go out. Mark Curry was a rapper. If you remember, if you need a reminder, he was on the song, We Ain't Going Nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped. Y'all remember that song? He said that they would go out and Diddy and his team would instruct people, don't drink out of those bottles over there. Those are for the women. All the guys drink out of those bottles over there. Don't drink out of these bottles. These bottles, and Mark Curry went on to say that they said something in those bottles make the girls get all slippery. Oh, you can go to my page. Or go to one of my past episodes, one of my past podcast episodes. I went in great detail on it. Mark Curry follows me on social media. He was the first big known whistleblower of the whole Diddy toxic, trifling environment. He was the first whistleblower. And he said that. He said there were different bottles. Now we see this young lady saying the same thing, that she believed that women were getting laced on this yacht with receipts. With receipts. Now, around December 28, 2022, this young lady was informed that Christian Combs would be joining the party to record with music producer Little Rod Jones in the yacht, in the makeshift studio on the yacht. Anybody in the chat that said Little Rod with me, you were correct. Because now they're saying Little Rod was actually in the studio. So of course he was the one that recorded the mess that went on, because he the one got all the receipts. You look up the lawsuit. Little Rod has receipts longer than CVS's. Now, Christian Combs, the article goes on to say Christian Combs had been staying on shore at a villa, but often joined his father in the evenings, according to the suit. The woman's suit alleges that he arrived heavily intoxicated and that he paid an inappropriate amount of attention to her. So let me spell it out to you. She's in there doing her work. She's doing her work. She's serving. She's smiling. She's going back and forth. It's probably a hustle and bustle. I'm sure everybody is partying, and you know how those environments are, a little chaotic, but she's handling her business. Little Mohawk Diddy III comes in drunk, and he keeps staring at her, much like Diddy was staring at Terrence Howard. Remember? Terrence Howard said Diddy wanted acting lessons, and when he got there, he realized Diddy wanted to fuck. And Terrence Howard would ask him, before he realized what was up, he was there to teach him teach him some acting lessons. And Diddy, he would say, well, what you want to work on? Diddy wouldn't say shit. He just staring at him. Well, now Little Mohawk doing the same thing to this girl, just staring at her. I'm sure making her feel uncomfortable. Then Christian then pressured this young lady to take shots of tequila that she believes he brought on board. So according to her, Little Mohawk Diddy comes on the boat bearing gifts. But these ain't the gifts that Santa Claus left under our trees. These gifts get your ass indicted. These gifts cause people to pass out and wake up and not know what the hell happened to them, but they know they were violated. Good morning, Patricia. So he comes with his Little Mohawk bearing gifts. He got drinks. He got that tequila that they love. Him and his father loved talking about the tequila. Remember on live, and they were always giving people tequila shots. And even, what's the girl, Tracy Ross? She already knew the background of the tequila that Diddy and Lil Mohawk Diddy the third fool with, because she was on live. She had to fake like she drank the shit. Oh, I ain't making this up. I need somebody in the chat that saw Tracy Ross. Diddy gave her a shot. Tracy Ross grabbed the shot, act like she drank it, set the shot down. Diddy didn't know. He thought she drank it. She act like she did. Why she do that? Why did she do that? Because she knew the whispers in Hollywood about Diddy and those drinks. Now, this escalated. We're not done yet. So Little Mohawk Diddy the third comes bearing his little spiked drinks, allegedly. And that's when the situation escalated. As Christian Combs groped her legs, her breasts, her anus, and vagina. Geeked up off that tequila. Here, you take some so you can feel like me, not knowing that tequila got some little extra shit in it. The suit also details audio recordings in which it states the young lady can be heard declining alcohol. I need y'all to lock in today. I'm putting y'all up on game. Ain't nobody else gonna talk about this and break this down like this, because they waiting for the news. I'm anticipating the news. See, the people who've been listening to this podcast from day one know I've been saying shit months ago that people just now pointing out now. I'm good at this shit because I don't just look at the news and whatever they tell me. I take the news and I use my common sense and put two and two together and get four every time. It's too many receipts on this in this lawsuit, too many witnesses for this to not have anything to do with the criminal case. I'm telling you that now. You ain't gonna get no Diddy coverage like this. I'm gonna tell you, even the people who don't like me, watch every fucking video, because once you get this Diddy breakdown, everybody else sounds like what Reading Rainbow. Y'all remember Reading Rainbow? That's what everybody else covering Diddy. If you compare him to me, that they Reading Rainbow. So I'm gonna continue. There are audio recordings of her saying she didn't want no alcohol. There's also audio recording her saying, I have to leave. I gotta get out of here. You know what you say when somebody bothering you and giving you unwanted attention? Oh, I go through it all the time. And I ain't lying. Y'all see it in the chat. Y'all see it on social media. But I just play it off. But if I don't flirt with you, I don't want you flirting with me. But that's another story. Y'all know what else was heard on this audio tape? And this might be the most damning part of this whole shit. And y'all got to excuse me today. They cut the power off yesterday, so I couldn't do nothing but sit. And y'all know I'm a ball full of energy. So when the power came on this morning, I'm exploding no Diddy. Right through y'all speakers. What else was said on that audio tape and what's going to sink the whole ship, or yacht in this case, is that this young lady was heard saying, Christian Combs, stop touching me. And there were sounds in the background of her saying, you little mohawk fucker, leave me alone. And in the background of her saying that, they say it was little kissing noises. So you got, what are those kissing noises? If you hear an audio of a woman saying, I gotta leave, I don't want no alcohol, and stop touching me, and kissing noises, what the hell you think going on? What the hell do you think is going on? And guess who recorded this audio? Lil Rod. And I'm about to get into that. Article goes on to say the audio was recorded by Lil Rod Jones, the producer who was in the studio. And like I said, he has his own lawsuit where Cuba Gooding Jr. was putting his hands all over. His staff and everybody involved, Lil Rod says, engaged in illegal stuff. So check this out. NBC News has heard the 2 clips of the audio. This audio has been heard. This ain't no made up shit. This audio exists, and this audio is why Diddy is hiring lawyers like the Avengers right now. No disrespect, God rest his soul. Love Johnny Cochran, an extraordinary man. At some point, Diddy gonna dig his ass up, I'm telling y'all. Because the evidence is, you know when the old saying, your hand caught in the cookie jar? When your hand caught in the cookie jar, the only thing you can do is hire every attorney with a name you can think of. This, mark my words, will show up into this criminal case. I promise you. Listen what else was said on this audio. Excuse me. You don't touch my legs like that. Can y'all imagine a jury hearing this shit? For 1 second, picture yourself as a juror right now. Y'all know I'm the storyteller. They made me start posting my stories back on social media. My fans are very aggressive, and they got tired of me just posting clips of the podcast and just little clips. They wanted my storytelling back on social media, so I'm doing it. Y'all know I'm the storyteller. Right now, I just need everybody. Picture yourself, you are in the jury pool. You are sitting there, you're hearing this, you're being objective. You trying to figure out, are these Negroes guilty or innocent? And you hear audio recordings with a woman saying on the audio recordings, leave me alone. I have to leave. I don't want to drink. Stop touching my legs. Excuse me. You don't need to touch my legs. And then you hear somebody say, I'll move my legs where I want to. In other words, according to this, Christian Combs grabbed her legs and maybe he put her legs on him or towards him. And she said, no, I'll place my legs where I want my legs placed. I would be livid if I heard my son, it would never even happen. But to hear this audio alone, what are you thinking if you're a juror and you're hearing all the stories? Does this sound like an innocent man? Then we hear Christian Combs. Listen, you and everybody in the crew. Combs replied, basically saying, look, I run this shit. Combs said, I run this. I'm just like my daddy. And if I want to put my leg, if I put my hands on your leg or grope you, you on my yacht, I could do that. Combs, Christian Combs is heard on this audio plain as day. This might be the most damning part. I ain't gonna say no, not the most, but up there as one of the most damning parts of this case. And then you hear the young lady say, I can't. I have to go down. I have to go down, meaning she had to go down to another area. Christian Combs then insists that this young lady stay with him, but she responds that she cannot unless he makes that request to a crew leader. This is all on the audio. The lady said she answered this way because she knew anyone of authority would have to approve Christian Combs' request. Christian Combs then goes on to, who can I talk to? I'm going to say I requested you right now. Christian Combs is on this woman's behind. Then she says on the audio, I need y'all to listen clear as day. Y'all still in the jury. Now I need y'all. I know we got short attention span, but y'all still in the jury because I want y'all to listen to this as a juror because this is audio tape. This ain't just Flo talking shit. This ain't speculation. This is on audio heard by this media publication. After Combs said he was going to request her, you hear her on audio say, well, you can take your hand off my ass for first thing. Y'all, what the fuck is going on? You in the jury, you hearing all this. Now she's literally, so basically, he got her hand on her ass while he's saying he gonna request her. Did he learn this from the diddler? It gets worse. Hey, listen, I know y'all like every time I stop, you almost think this got to be over because it's more. So after she says, all right, you little Mohawk Diddy the third diddler. After she said, take your hand off my ass, she then attempted to resume her duties. She was trying to finish her shift. That all happened after she was able to leave the studio. So she got away from all this perv shit going on. She got away. She left the area, but damn it, that wasn't enough. because Diddy Jr. Mohawk the third comes up to her and found her a short time later and insisted that she find him a place to sleep. Christian, if in Cleveland we call this being on trash. I don't know if y'all use that slang in where you're from, but when you acting stupid and doing too much in Cleveland, we call that you're being on trash. Right now, Christian Combs is on trash. Now he asking her to find him a place to sleep on his daddy's yacht. She directed him to the yacht cinema, which was used as an extra sleeping area where he blocked her in. So she finds him somewhere to sleep. She directs him there, and now he blocks her in. Now Christian Combs begins to grope her and remove his clothing. Hey, Sandra, you know I'm Cleveland born and raised. Christian Combs allegedly began to grope her and took his clothes off. It says when he took his clothes off, trigger warning, his little Diddy was erect. And he grabbed her arms and was trying to force her to perform oral on him. I ain't tell y'all to get up yet. Y'all still sitting in the jury box. I got to keep reminding y'all are listening to this as jurors right now. I want you to get into the mindset of the jury so you can see exactly and feel what they're going to feel when they hear this shit. With audio to back it up. The suit includes photos of bruising on her forearm and alleged it was caused when Christian Combs was grabbing her with his little erect Diddy. I can't do nothing but shake my head. But anyway, she fought him off until someone walked in because they heard the noise and said, "What the hell is going on?" Walked in and saved the day for this young lady who just came to work to make ends meet. So since this alleged attack, what happened? This young lady said that this attack had a deep impact on her, had a deep impact on her mental health, as well as her professional and personal lives. When this lady complained to the yacht captain the next day, the suit alleges the captain did not believe her and failed to investigate. I'm here to tell y'all, it wasn't even that he failed to believe her, but people be putting money over people all the time. And that captain, I'm sure Diddy is writing him checks left and right. And so, of course, he wasn't going to address the concern of this woman. Article goes on to say her mental health deteriorated, and the woman had anxiety and panic attacks and all type of stuff and suicidal thoughts, and then some. She also alleges the emotional strain affected her physical health and that she developed an eating disorder and seizures following this assault. And she says, "I'm here to fight for those who can't fight for themselves." This is the attorney saying it. "I'm sorry. I'm here to fight for those who can't fight for themselves. And I applaud Grace for being so brave to come forward with her truth. Hopefully, her story will inspire others to come out." Y'all, this is just trifling. This is just trifling. But what I'm going to tell you is, y'all know what the difference is on this lawsuit, and which is why I believe this almost certainly has to be in the criminal case. Because on the other ones, we have heard the same story, but guess what? The only difference is we didn't have footage. We don't have audio recordings that will literally, you will hear her say, I don't want anything to drink. Get your hands off my ass. What else did she say? She said, I don't want anything to drink. She said, get your hands off my ass. She said, I'll move my legs where I want them to go. She said, I have to go, and da-da-da-da-da. Just all of this, you're hearing it on the audio. Then you hear Christian Combs demand she stay, and the whole crew that was there. And she said, look, I can't stay up here. I got to go downstairs. Then he said, I'm a requester. And then all this crazy shit happened. I'm just a podcaster. You think the feds ain't looking into this? You think the feds aren't looking into this? If I am, this is sad. And so when we hear the rumors swirling that one of the sons has been named as a co-conspirator, has Diddy shook. Now we see why. This is a lot of evidence. Because it's one thing for her to say it, and even then, we still believe it. We still can investigate. We still can ask witnesses. There's a lot of things we can do to corroborate her story. But when you got audio, when you got video, you in deep shit. She said no several times. We heard it on the audio. That shit ain't no joke, y'all. Don't nobody want unwanted advances, man. Nobody wants them. I go through it too, and it's like, it's cool. I don't try to make a big deal about it, but sometimes people go too far. Way too far. And in this particular situation, it appears that little Mohawk Diddy the Diddler III went too far himself. Let's keep an eye on that one. And at this time, we're going to do what we do every day before. But as I shout out to subscribers, I got something else coming up. We're going to go into what Kanye West has to do with all of this and the Diddy and all of that. And we're going to get into that. That's kind of bonus, because really I'm at my time for the podcast. But y'all know, y'all look out. Y'all hold me down. Y'all have been continuing to subscribe. And y'all know how we've been building this community from the beginning, man. Y'all, we wash each other's hands. We look out for each other. And y'all have been showing so much support, each and every one of y'all. It just makes me want to make more content and do more for y'all. More and more. I study my ass off to do what I do. I don't take an episode off. Every episode I sit down, I'm trying to bring the heat and make an impact. So without further ado, we're going to get to the Kanye West stuff, but let's thank the people who made this episode possible, the people that we owe everything to. The subscribers of the Flow Show No Filter. If you want to subscribe, you can subscribe on my YouTube channel. Kobe, Greg is getting the Patreon and all that together today. But actually, I would like to move all my video people over to just YouTube. So I'll let you know tomorrow about that, Kobe. But you can subscribe to my YouTube now and become a member, a paid member. I mean, a member. as far as subscription, a paid member to support, or you can do what everybody else has been doing is subscribing in the notes. You'll see Buzzsprout, the link. It'll be in the description notes, either on your phone if you listen to it on the phone, or if you're watching on Facebook, it'll be in the description or the caption. You'll see the link. It's Buzzsprout, and you can subscribe and support the channel. I give all of my subscribers a shout out and love because, hey, I appreciate it, and it keeps us here and it keeps us able to do what we do. So, without further ado, first one I want to name this person, beautiful Kara Wilson. Clap it up for her. Much love from Flo to you, Kara, Miss Wilson. One of my favorite cousins, my older cousin, took care of me. She held me down when I moved to Atlanta. She let me sleep on her couch for a while till I got on my feet back in the day when I was on my music grind. Galena Wilson, shout out to her. So anytime I see that last name Wilson, I think about my cousin, one of my favorite cousins in the whole wide world, Galena Wilson. And Kara Wilson, thank you for the $3 donation. Much appreciated. I will continue to bust my ass, no Diddy, for each and every one of y'all. The next subscriber, and this subscriber is actually the subscriber of the day because she gave the most amount. She beat out Kara by only $1. But we greatly appreciate it. Stephanie, now this said y'all love getting me with the okay. Stephanie Dulivera. I'm sorry, Stephanie. I'm gonna just have to go with Stephanie. But I love you. All you have to do is hit me up in my DM in my inbox. Give me the right pronunciation, and if I butchered it, I'm sorry. I'll get it tomorrow. But send me it and pronounce it out. But you are the subscriber of the day. Stephanie, come on down. Shout out to Kara and Stephanie, and extra shout out to Stephanie for the $4 donation. She is now a subscriber, a paid subscriber of the Flow Show No Filter. Subscribe today to get your shout out and to keep truth alive. And I'm going to keep bringing the heat. So thank you to all the subscribers, and thank you to all the people who are already subscribed, and thank you to people like Kobe who have been on a Patreon forever. And Kobe always was an original subscribers, and people like that I always give a special love to because they subscribed before we even got really started and even knew what you were even subscribing for. So every last one of y'all, and even the people, if you haven't subscribed but you tell everybody about the show and you put the word out, I got a great appreciation for you too. And we are going to continue. Everybody who shopped at the end, I don't like it, got the merch going. More orders went out yesterday. Everybody who placed an order should have their order by next week, 100%. We are down to the last few orders. Can't wait for everybody to enjoy their Flow Show No Filter merch. And greatly appreciate all the support. Now, we got to get to this Kanye West crap. We got to get into this Kanye West crap. Now, Diddy feeling good. Diddy feeling so good, y'all. He think he about to get out now. He done got all these high-profile lawyers. He didn't want to extend it 2 months when Anthony Rico told him, but he's down for extending it 2 months now that Mark Garagos is running the show. I need y'all to pay attention to that. Anthony Rico, the other attorney that Diddy had that left, a big falling out was because he said they needed more time, months. Diddy wasn't trying to hear that at the time, but he want to hear it now. So he feeling like he about to get out. I don't know if y'all heard Stevie J was even talking. I had put him on my story talking about they about to have a Diddy. He feel like having a Diddy party. Let me play a little bit of this. It was on TMZ.
have a Diddy party and invite everybody to the Diddy party and get on the mic if I was him and be like, yo, I never want to see you motherfuckers ever again type shit. You think he can start the parties back up after this? You think it'll be the same? Always go to a Diddy. They gonna always go to a Diddy party. All right. Absolutely.
Y'all hear how they talking, y'all? I'm putting y'all up on game. That's brand new clip from yesterday. TMZ had a clip of Stevie J. He all smiles and giggles. Talking about when Diddy come out, he should have a party and invite all the celebrities and then get on the mic and tell everybody, I don't never want to see y'all again. Then the TMZ person says, you really think people gonna come to a Diddy party? Stevie J says people will always come to a Diddy party. I disagree with that. But I say all that to say Diddy has got a plan, y'all. He is planning on, once he beats this case, this is his words, Diddy is planning on going on tour with Kanye West. He feels that Kanye West can save his career. This comes from Fandom Wire. P. Diddy thinks Kanye West can save him. And they're dead serious. And y'all know we way over time. I just want to let y'all know this that overtime for y'all subscribing. I don't care about the time because y'all looking out, y'all are supporting and knowing that I'm busting my behind every day. And the more y'all support, the more I'm gonna give. Y'all know that's my style. Y'all been with me from the beginning. We going on almost 3 years in a minute with a lot of I would say 70% of my following damn near been from 2 years, 2.5 years to now. So we've been on this journey a long time, but P. Diddy is reportedly planning a joint tour with Kanye West to restore his public image and he believes he'll emerge unscathed from his legal troubles. Hey, Libby Bear. This is a good one today, Libby. I'm feeling good. This is one of my favorite episodes. Y'all, just in full transparency, it just feels like a gorilla off my back. Everybody is just so calm and cool and alive, and this is how I like it. I really appreciate y'all. This is my most, I've always run the heat, but as far as me being comfortable, this is the most comfortable I've been in probably since the first day I did this video. So I appreciate everybody in the chat and how everybody is it's just a good and good vibes and good environment. And I love it, y'all, because I'm a laid back individual, but I don't really like pushiness and extraness. And so I love it today. I love it today. I really do. So let's continue. Amid all the chaos, as we go into overtime for all of y'all handling y'all business, y'all know I don't mind giving up some overtime. Amid all the chaos shaking up Hollywood right now, two of the most controversial and disgraced figures, Kanye West and Diddy, are back in the spotlight. While most of Diddy's inner circle has jumped ship following his legal troubles, Kanye West, however, has been seen doing the opposite. He's doubling down on his support for Diddy. And the two are now plotting a comeback together because, of course, that's what they would do. They are calling this tour the narcissistic tour of 2025 superstars. I just made that up, y'all. So don't go telling nobody it's called the narcissistic tour. Literally just made that part up, but everything else is true. I'm gonna go into this article and continue. Now, Diddy and Kanye West are doing a joint tour, and this is what's going on. They are reportedly cooking up these plans. It's not a joke. It's not a PR stunt. It's pure delusion, people are saying. Another insider said the former executive claimed Kanye has burned every bridge he has ever crossed, and Diddy, he might be in prison for the rest of his life. But despite all that, the two are alleged, and I'm quoting here, dead serious about hitting the stage together. Now, according to sources, their teams are already chatting behind the scenes about what they're hyping as a massive tour. One source even said they plan to sell it as two legends, one stage, uncancelable. This shit is a real story. This is really going on. That's why I had to let y'all know. They are trying to call it. This is the real breakdown of it, of what they're saying. They want to call it two legends, one stage, uncancelable. Now, Diddy, as you know, is currently behind bars. I said behind bars. No Diddy. But this is seeming like a real thing. All of this seems to stem from Diddy's firm belief that he's innocent and will beat this case, especially with all the new attorneys. Kanye West, the ever loyal friend, apparently shares that optimism. He's doubling down, supporting Diddy. Sources also say Diddy genuinely appreciates that West is riding or dying with him. But the thing is, Ye's backing might be nothing more than a publicity stunt, and it also could be doing more harm than good. In reality, being embraced by someone who has made a habit of aligning himself with plenty of controversy, that don't sound like a wise idea. Even legal experts are chiming in to point out just how much damage West's support might be doing to Diddy's already shaky public image. On the Trial of Diddy podcast, Lou Shapiro didn't hold back breaking down why Ye's backing might be more of a curse than a blessing. This is the quote. But it does show you moreover how Hollywood is really not behind Diddy, because if Kanye is the one that he's sort of resonating to speak with, it shows you pretty much all he has in his corner is a controversial Kanye. Exactly. That's all they have is each other. All they have is each other. So they are two people. And guess what happened? When two people are forced to deal with each other because that's all they have, y'all know it normally ends bad, right? Y'all know it normally ends with those people going off on each other. So people who love drama and try to keep up drama, man, get away from them and let them do it, because that's what they want. So in their world, they'll keep the drama up, but just get away from them. I ain't about the drama. I'm the type of person, I speak on what I speak on, I move the fuck on. It ain't that deep, but I get it off my chest. People who want drama just stir it and keep talking about it and keep day after day after day. I ain't one of them. And you ain't gonna pull me in that. And so Kanye West and Diddy drama has brought them together. But if this is true and they're coming together, believe it's gonna end badly. Article goes on to say, from Donald Trump to Elon Musk and now Diddy, Ye has built quite the inner circle of headline grabbing, unapologetically polarizing figures. And let's not forget, he's been a walking controversy himself. So while West may think he's standing up for a friend, what he's really doing is adding fuel to a fire that Diddy is desperately trying to put out. Ladies and gentlemen, it's simply a terrible look for the tour of narcissism of 2026. But the main thing I want y'all to take from that is Diddy think he about to beat this. And understand he got a real legal team now. So it's a new ball game from when we were talking before, and I was shitting on his legal defense and calling them used car salesmen and the Three Stooges and any term I could think of that describes a full of shit person. I was throwing it out there. But y'all know me, I'm always gonna tell you exactly what's going on. This ain't no pair. I don't paint narratives. I ain't pandering. We got a game here now, folks, and everybody need to lock in and pay attention. Don't assume anything. Don't assume anything. Like Melody said, at this point, Kanye West don't know anything but a bad look. Patricia says we should name the album Crazier and Crazier. And I like what Libby Bear says. Livy Bear says, I pray every single day that God will lay heavily on the hearts of the jurors what his will is. These people deserve justice. And I'm going to leave it there, folks, as far as the podcast. But y'all know we're going to continue on the after show. But it's heating up, y'all. Now, to catch everything up, the 2-month delay, we are supposed to get an answer on that. I believe by tomorrow, the judge should be answering. I know he's answering on the 2-week adjournment. I'm sure he's going to also answer the 2-month delay. I'm really interested to see how that plays out. But y'all know, as soon as I find out, I'm going to bring it to y'all. So I'll leave you with this, y'all. Y'all know what the best headache is? And this is from me. This is I'm speaking for me. This ain't no Diddy. This is Flo talking for Flo. The best headaches are the ones that go away by themselves. And I'm here today to tell you it feels good that many headaches have went away themselves. And we will continue to do what we do. I appreciate each and every last one of y'all out there on the Flow Show No Filter. Tomorrow, I'm going to dig in some more. I'm going to see what I can find. Until then, bye. And as always, I love y'all. But I'm out. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Another one bites the dust. Good morning, crew. Glad y'all way to hold me down. Way to hold me down. As always, another one in the books. Another one bites the dust. Another one bites the dust, y'all. Let's get Apple and Spotify loaded up. Y'all know the deal. I love for y'all to see the process of how I take the podcast and upload it, take it out of the interface, take it out of the interface and place it, upload it for the world to hear. You know, y'all exclusive. Y'all get to hear it first in real time. But yeah, this case is heating up. Another one bites the dust, yes. And another one, and another one. And another one bites the dust. All right, let's get this loaded. Give me 1 second, y'all, to get Apple, to get Buzzsprout loaded up. Yes. There we go. So Apple, Spotify, and everything is loading up right now as we speak, y'all. I'm gonna see if maybe we are able to stay on without me having to go outside. We'll see. But tell me y'all thoughts. This trial is heating up. This trial is heating up. Hey, look, I want to shout y'all out. It was great episode today. So calm, so respectful, so on task. And I like it because I was actually able to actually talk to y'all during the actual podcast. Times before, I literally got to the point I just blocked out the chat until I was done. It was just was too much going on, and it was a lot that I just wasn't comfortable with. But like I said, I'm glad. This is how I like it, man. I really do. I like it. Let's just talk about the stories. Let's laugh and joke and stay on topic. And I just want to say I appreciate y'all for that. But as far as Diddy, y'all, I don't know what I want to see if this 2 month. I want to see if this 2 month. I should just go out, huh? We'll see. I want to see what they do about this 2 months. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Melody. I could really see them granting it. Like, because with the superseding indictments and all of that, it is fair because a lot of evidence has came. I'm just interested to see if they're gonna grant the full 2 months. Is it gonna be 1 month, or is it gonna shock everybody and maybe only do 2 weeks or maybe 30 days? But I agree. I can't see him really saying I can't give you an extension, because there's been so many indictments, especially bringing on an indictment right before the trial. I'm just interested to see what the ruling is. So far, so good, C-Tuck. And another one, somebody said, great show. Who was that? Patricia. My girl, Patricia. Hey, Patricia, I'm looking for your part where you said good show. I guess I can't find it. Oh, right here. Damn. Hell of a show. Thank you. She meant show, not shoe. But my shoe game crazy too. Now, one thing about it, I like to be plain Jane, but I'm a designer sneakerhead. I'm a designer shoe wear. I don't care about nothing else. I just make sure stuff look good. I don't really care about the names. Certain items, I'll do some designer. But when it comes to shoes, I just really like, I like designer shoes. And I just like having my shoes forever. And the designer shoes that I buy, they last like years and years and years and years. So to me, at the end of the day, for somebody like me that loves vintage stuff and will hang on to stuff forever, it's almost a better buy. Because a lot of my Nikes, a lot of my regular shoes, they get all worn and messed up. I mean, maybe after a year, they don't even look the same. And I'm just talking about that's just from walking around. So I am a little designer sneakerhead. That's one of my guilty pleasures. But so are y'all, anybody else everybody in the chat agree that the judge, everybody agree? Yeah, well, I'm a white tee, but I'm also like just plain, maybe a white tee, or maybe even a graphic tee, just something subtle. I like to be subtle. I like crazy headband type stuff, and I like kind of like funky, crazy shoe designs. But I like to keep everything else, like my pants and my shirt and stuff like that. I like to keep it kind of plain. That's just how I am. Yeah, I like to keep it kind of plain. Thanks, Kobe, for the entertaining show today. So far, C-Tuck, I'm all right. But see, you know what happened? When the power went out yesterday, they might have fixed some stuff. When the power went out yesterday, a lot of times they be working on stuff. Today, the Wi-Fi been much better. I think it's got something to do with whatever they did when they power. See, they claim the power went out, but I believe they plan that, like when the power goes out and they be fixing stuff. Because today, the Wi-Fi is working like it's supposed to. So we'll see if I can get it all the way loaded without having to go outside. Oh my God, I'll be so happy. What you say? You don't care how long? What you talking about, Patricia? You said I don't care how long, Day G. What you talking about? Man, hey. Oh man, this is a beautiful, beautiful episode. Today was like, if today I felt like I was just riding a bike. It just felt like so calm and so cool. I love today. I loved it. This is exactly how I want it. I hope it can stay like this. Yeah, I'm in like Flint. It's and normally, hey, C-Tuck, normally, um, even right now, if I stay, normally it'll show that maybe I got like one less bar or only 2 bars or whatever. I'm still at full capacity, so I think it might be fixed. They had to shut down the whole power to fix the Wi-Fi. Oh, and I'll be in Cleveland, C-Tuck. I'm thinking middle of May, middle to late May. I'll be in Cleveland, and I'm gonna stay there for a nice little amount of time. Oh, it's all good. Them long fingernails. So C-Tuck, we're gonna definitely toast up. I got a lot to celebrate. I haven't been home to Cleveland, well, my birthplace. I haven't been to Cleveland in probably 2 years. Two years. I left Cleveland to start this journey. I blew up, and this is gonna be the first time of me going back to Cleveland ever since. C-Tuck, you was right. I had to bring my butt outside. C-Tuck, you was right. I had to bring my butt outside. Spoke too soon. Yeah, I'm outside now. Let me take this off. There we go. All right, so we should be back in the game. Let's see now. Now we got good signal again. So we back, y'all, and the signal is back better. If anybody just joining us, we are loading up the podcast episode we just finished. It's loading on Apple and Spotify right now. I had to come outside because for every time around this time, my Wi-Fi gets funky. But C-Tuck was right. I should have just brought my butt outside from the beginning. I'll be too hopeful. I'm a very hopeful person. Being hopeful gets you in trouble sometimes, but I can't help who I am. But after this, this was y'all. Oh my God, this feels good. I almost can't wait for tomorrow's episode. I literally can't wait for tomorrow's episode. This feels so good. This is how I've always wanted it to feel. Just a cool vibe, man, without all the extra. Yeah. Elon been all on my back. He know how to cut it at a perfect time every time, right on schedule. But yeah, y'all. So this is shaping up. Oh, I got more content coming today. I got to post. I'm gonna post a couple of stories today. Any breaking news that I could post on Instagram or Facebook that y'all know about? Is there any like breaking news that I should cover on my social medias today? I want to do like 2 stories today since I only did one yesterday. I want to do 2 today at least. So if you know about any news that just broke, put it in the chat so I can figure out what I want to cover today. Yeah. Hey, look, I might go ahead and do it. I might go ahead and sign up for Starlink, man. He might finally won. Y'all see who came to visit me? Y'all see who came to visit me? This my friend. Y'all, hey, look, you know you in tune with nature when you got birds that come faithfully. And this how I know that she love my vibe, because this the only bird that will come while I'm out here. If it's a bird here, all the birds they fly immediately when you come out, or they ain't gonna never come when you actually outside. But my baby right here always come mess with me. For sure. Yeah, Weezy in the building, C-Tuck. Thanks, Patricia. Be safe, Patricia. Much love. Oh, Melody said I don't feel like cooking today. Hey, this feel good today. This one felt good. I cooked Diddy. Hey, look, I cooked Diddy and his son. Hey, Melody, I cooked Diddy and his son today. Got my friend Weezy. This all I need is Weezy. And ain't it funny how Weezy came right on time? It's like she heard my voice and came right over here. Weezy F baby. And the F is for flow. I got a bird. And this is so real. My bird came in real time. I'm telling y'all, don't no bird fly on no porch when a person outside. They'll never come this close. But this bird know they could trust me, and I always be feeding Weezy, and I don't never bother her. I don't even really get near her for real. I let her just relax and let her know that she good. Yeah, Diddy Jr. got cooked today. I don't know. Hey, Melody, was you on when I cooked Diddy Jr.? But I do some cooking tomorrow. Today was a good day to relax, but I'll be back in the kitchen tomorrow on some extra. I got some extra stuff to say, but today was just a beautiful. I cooked Diddy and his son, and it was just a beautiful vibe, man. This is what feels good, man. I'm a drama. I ain't into the drama. I ain't into none of the extra stuff. I just like to be cool, calm, and collected. True that, Melody. But tomorrow I might not be so nice. Tomorrow it might be a full cooking session, and it won't just be Diddy and his son. I might be cooking. I might be doing some more cooking, because y'all know me. I'm an open book. I like to talk. So stay tuned for tomorrow's show, because I might do a little. I might tell one of my own stories and get some shit off my chest. So tune in tomorrow. Yeah, I need to get one. I think that's a great idea. I think that's a great idea, Cole, because I could put the chef's hat on, especially on the days when I know I'm coming in to cook and roast. I like that idea. I got to get me a chef's hat. I'm going to get me a chef's hat for sure. Man, I don't know. Y'all don't know. Weezy be making me so happy when she pull up, because I just like that she ain't scared of me. Like, that's just so crazy to me. I'm telling y'all, no birds will fly on no damn porch when you sitting here, let alone get actually on the porch and be right there. Nah, and an apron here, right? Still loading. But we tomorrow we will be updating. The thing is, the motion will happen after the podcast episode. So what I'll do is I'll get after the podcast episode, I'll come on YouTube to update everybody. Now, everybody listen up. Facebook and YouTube, or wherever you listening. Tomorrow, the update, they're going to be ruling on the motion, whether they're going to grant Diddy his 2-month extension or his 2-week extension, so on and so forth. But that's going to happen after tomorrow's podcast episode. So what I'm going to do tomorrow is make sure you subscribe to my YouTube, like it, make sure you're liking this. And please, I got to remind people, actually subscribe to my YouTube channel as well, because I'm about to start going live more on breaking news, or just when I want to tell y'all some shit that happened and kind of give y'all a heads up. And I know tomorrow for sure the ruling is going to come on after we do the podcast episode. So once they rule on that, I'm going to come back on YouTube, which it'll probably be around 3 or 4 in the afternoon tomorrow. I'm guessing maybe even 5 or 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to come back on and do a little breakdown of whatever the ruling is. So make sure you're subscribing. Subscribe to my YouTube channel now, because the ruling is going to come on after tomorrow's podcast. So I'll do the podcast in the morning, and then I'm going to sit back and wait for the actual ruling of the extended trial date. And I'll pop back on YouTube, and I want all y'all to come kick it tomorrow. Like, I think it should be in the afternoon. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Laura, for subscribing. Lord, been so solid. Me and Laura be in the DMs laughing. She's funny. She had me cracking up. But yeah. So make sure you subscribe, because tomorrow I will, and going forward, I am going to start popping in a little bit more, doing like breaking news on my YouTube channel. So be looking out for that. And tomorrow will probably be the first time when I really pop on for some breaking news, because I am going to have to announce whatever his decision, the judge's decision is, whatever his decision is on this extension. I'm going to have to bring that to y'all ASAP. I ain't going to be able to wait till Monday. Okay, it's finally processed. So let me get this thing titled. You guys give me 1 second. One second, guys. I'm almost done. I just got to label the episode. This episode 100 something. I think this like almost 130, y'all. We almost at 130 episodes. Let's see where we at. Season 1. Yeah, 128, y'all. We on episode 128. We started from 1. All published. That's so. The good vibes is always here. And guess what? Guess one thing about the good vibes? The good vibes always get rid of the bad vibes. I appreciate all y'all. Apple, Spotify, and everything is loaded up. I'm going to go get Weezy some food and leave her some food over there and go in the house and let her have it. Let her know she can eat. Do birds still like bread, y'all? Back in the day, we used to give them little pieces of bread. Before I get off of here, can somebody tell me, do they still like little pieces of bread or no? Anybody that knows anything about birds? Because I'm thinking about leaving her a couple little pieces of bread over there. But I'm not sure. You know, these birds could be different than back in the day. We used to throw them bread and them birds would eat it up. So if you got any good food ideas for Weezy, put them in the chat before we get out of here, because I'm about to feed her. About to feed my birds so she know to come every morning. Everybody joining now. Y'all got to join us at 7:30 tomorrow. We'll be starting every day, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The Flow Show No Filter podcast begins. Please join us. Okay, it's not good for them. What, do you know anything? Well, you know what? I could just ask. I'll just Google it. So, y'all, without further ado, y'all, I love y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. This has been a very calm, even though I was cooking Diddy and Mohawk Diddy ass, but this has been a calm episode, and I love it. I love y'all, everybody out there. Y'all, because of y'all, I have the best job in the world, and I could never repay y'all enough. What I can do is get my ass up every day and be on this mic at 7:30 a.m. for all of y'all each and every day. Yep, late but not never. Hey, never better late than never. So I need the I'm outs. Can we get the I'm outs in the chat? You know we can't leave until I get the I'm outs in the chat and I can put them on the screen. Yeah, I was thinking that it expands their stomach, so I'm going to think about something else. I'm gonna try to find something else I can sit over there, Melody. I thought about that. That's why I asked, because I'm like, I think I heard something about bread expands in their stomach because of the yeast. So I'm not gonna sit bread out there. I ain't gonna sit bread. I'm gonna figure out something because the sunflower seeds is too small, and that thing has like cracks in it. So when I sit the seeds up there, a lot of them fall in the cracks. So I need something that's a little heavier, or I mean not heavier, but a little bigger. See, Tuck, I'm out. Lord Crawford, there you go, Lord. Hey, look, Lord know the routine. Lord said, I'm out. Much love to all y'all. I'm about to feed my bird. I see y'all tomorrow. Same time, same place, 7:30 a.m. Love each and every one of y'all. Good vibes only.